Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey, good morning, John Hollis. Wanted to welcome everybody to the show. Waking up blessed. Waking up blessed. I know I am today. I'm the host, John Hollis. This is the show that is live Monday through Friday now. You can check it out. It's 9 a.m. to 9:30. The goal is to start the day with some inspiration and hope. We might be doing some wellness interviews or some guest stories of experience, strength, and hope. The show is part of the Rockers in Recovery Radio Network. You can check us out at rockersinrecovery.com. We're doing an overhaul on the website right now. It's going to be really cool. We're doing some new designs and some new things there. But check it out at rockersinrecovery.com. You can click on the About tab. You can click on the radio schedule. Also at Rockers in Recovery on Facebook now. There on the right-hand side is an About tab. You can click on that, and it shows you all of the upcoming shows that Rockers in Recovery hosts, and we host on the Facebook page and, of course, our website and other areas. So you can find out all that information right there at Facebook now just by clicking on the About tab on the right-hand side. It gives you a full outline of Rockers in Recovery and what we've done over the years. And today we're going to do the thought for the day. Don't waste your breath on fools, for they will despise the wisest advice. I know for me, jumped out at me, and that came from Proverbs 23:9, and it jumped out at me because that was me. There was lots of people over the years that tried to give me some great advice and tried to talk me through things, and if I wasn't willing to listen and hear them and put it into action through their own experiences, sometimes I just had to beat myself up to and almost die in the process to come out the other side and have that same understanding. You know, I thought of this, and it jumped out at me last night. I had a conversation with somebody last night, and they were talking to me about a conversation that we had 5 years ago, and it was just kind of I understood exactly what he was talking about, the conversation that we had 5 years ago, and he was like, I wish I had, listened to what you had said 5 years ago. But I've done the same thing many, many, many times. And, today in recovery, I get to reach out and ask for help and suggestions in recovery. It isn't just about, hey, listen, I need help, and then I'm okay from there on. It's about every day rounding off on somebody, and most importantly, bringing it to God and seeking God in all I do. And no matter, and this comes from March 23rd, and it's a little book called The Daily Reflections, and it says it's March 23rd, and no more reservations. We have seen the truth again and again. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic and addict. If we are planning to stop drinking and drugging, there must be no reservation of any kind, nor any lurking notion that someday we will be immune to alcohol and drugs. To be gravely affected, one does not necessarily have to drink or drug a long time, quantities that some of us have. This is practically true for women, too. Potential female alcoholics and addicts are often turned into the real thing and are gone beyond recall in a few years. And, of course, that came from, there's a book out there. If you don't know about it, I'm going to suggest that you get it. It's called Alcoholics Anonymous. It's the big book, and the name of the book is Alcoholics Anonymous. If you don't know it and you have somebody that's suffering in your home, go pick it up and read through it yourself and check it out. I think you'll find a lot of answers in there, and you may want to even present it to them. One of the things that happens in this Daily Reflections is they also talk about after they have a caption like that, then a person writes something in regards to the caption. And the person that wrote this said, these words are underlined in my book. They are true for women and men, addicts and alcoholics. On many occasions, I've turned to this page and reflected on this page. I need never fool myself by recalling my sometimes drinking patterns or by believing I'm cured. I like to think that if sobriety's God's gift to me, then my sober life is my gift to God. I hope God is happy with his gift as I am with mine. And I could really identify with that. Today it's a blessing. Being sober and clean and not having to use, not having to wake up in that panic, not having to wake up under a bridge, not having to wake up in a situation that was totally off the chain, with everybody hating you. And, hey, listen, that's how it was for me. Most people, they might not have hated me, but they were really pissed off at me, that's for sure. And, most people just, stayed away. And they had to. They had to for their own health. And, the reality is today in my life, I don't have to have those experiences. And I have a world of friends and loved ones that care about me. And some are restored and some aren't. One of the things that I was going to do this morning was talk about a story that is near and dear to me. And it's about music, and it's about, my kind of how my life took a turn. And it was in 2000, and I was sitting in a hotel, or I was sitting in an office up in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I was literally using, it was every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My life was insane, and I was working in a business that, basically took care of all of my financial needs, even paying the dope man. And so here I was at night, and I would listen to different things on the internet, and this was in 2004. And so I found this information from Crossroads Center of Antigua, and I clicked on it, and there was Eric Clapton. And, I've been following Eric Clapton for years and years and years, loved his music. And one of the things that took place for me is I started to listen to his story and his message, and that was in 2004. By 2006, that message had resonated with me, and I listened to it over and over and over. And in 2006, I was at the end of my rope and homeless and living on the streets. I had been on the streets for a year, and the last month was horrifying. I was in the same clothes, and I just, I had blisters all over my feet. I was sitting on the side of a railroad track thinking to myself, okay, I can throw myself in front of the oncoming train that's coming. And God gave me even hope, even so much hope at that point, even a mustard seed. I would think about my kids. I would think about Lori. I would think about, just other things that it wasn't worth it, that life could be better, and I knew this. I just knew it in my heart. And one of the things that took place at that point was that I had woken up on the side of a place called Little River Club, and Little River Club is a clubhouse in Miami. And I had come to, and I'm on the side of Little River Club, and I had this epiphany that the only person that put me in this position was me. So the reason that I'm telling this story is because it was shortly after that, about a year after that, that me and Lori started Rockers in Recovery. The myth of Rockers in Recovery has been that it's always about rockers in recovery, like musicians that are in recovery. Well, we would have named it Musicians in Recovery if that's what we wanted it to stand for, Rockers in Recovery. When we did the mission, we did it because we were rockers that are now in recovery. See, I was a guy that went to many concerts when I was, stable, or, not out of my mind, and most times out of my mind at concerts. But now I was in recovery, and I started to go to different shows and started to experience music in a different way. See, the lyrics became something different to me. The meaning of the song became something different than me. I've had people say, well, you can't listen to that stuff in early recovery. Let me tell you something. I don't know what it was for me. Maybe it's different for others. Follow the directions and the dictate of your higher power and your sponsor. But I know for me that I started to experience music in a totally different way when I got clean. And one of the things that would happen is I would listen to a song, and it wasn't about me using it anymore. It was about, wow, listen to them words. That really makes sense to where I'm at today. Or, wow, that was really where I was at when I was using. And that whole process of rockers in recovery started to unfold. And for me, it was just, as I said, I'm a rocker in recovery. And that's where rockers in recovery came from. And that's how rockers in recovery started. So if you're a rocker in recovery and you're out there today, listen, you want to go to a concert, you want to go hang out, I go to concerts with people, and we go together and we go and hang out. It doesn't necessarily have to be a clean and sober concert. There's great bands out there and great artists out there, and we get to, if we're in, fit spiritual condition and we're going there for the right purpose, we get to go anywhere today and do anything. I'm in a position today where I listen to, a lot of different things that are going on in the recovery community and around recovery, dogma that's going on out there. It's insane sometimes. Here's my reality. My reality is real simple. It's that one day at a time, I don't pick up no matter what. I get to experience life to its fullest. And here's one of the other things that I really, really enjoy, is that we are in a position today to be able to be of maximum service to God and the people about us. If I hide out in the rooms, or I hide out only amongst the people in my recovery circle, then how am I really doing anything for the community and being of maximum service to God and the people about us? That's just my story for today. One of the things that happened through this process was that when we started Rockers in Recovery Radio back in 2008, I had, I was a little bit out of my mind, so I just picked up the phone and called the Crossroads Center of Antigua. I got on the phone with Kim Martin and told her about this great show I was doing, and they had to be involved, and they sponsored. Amazing how she was so loving and nurturing, because I was a year or two into my recovery at that point, and she just was like, yes, absolutely, we'll help. And she made the commitment, and she sponsored Rockers in Recovery. And in 2010, I was sitting at my desk, and the phone rang, and it was Kim. And she was telling me that she had an all-access pass to 2010 Crossroads Guitar Festival. And I ended up getting the, I asked her, I said, well, is there more than one? She goes, no, John, there's only one. So I ended up getting on a bus, because I don't fly. I do now periodically if I really have to, but I don't like it. But back then I definitely wasn't flying. And I got on a bus and I went to Chicago. And the most incredible day of my life. I got to tell you that looking back, here we're all, you had Sheryl Crow there, you had Clapton there, you had Winwood there, you had Jeff Beck there. And it was an amazing, amazing day for me, because I was able to see, hey, listen, wow, this is an incredible thing, man. Imagine taking this with education and providing education and having shows across the country and doing education and rock and roll together and just really, showing people what the face of recovery is. And it was kind of like a mission when I left there. But it was the most incredible day, and some of the interviews and the people that I met were just amazing. I think I got like 300 photos from it. They were on Rockers in Recovery at Facebook. If you want to check them out, just go through the albums. But one of the things that I experienced through that was, listen, I get to, again, live a life of purpose. So my purpose was Rockers in Recovery Media, and in 2010 we started the forge forward to our first concert and festival, which was in February of 2011. And I talk about all of this because it's all about the music, and I'm a rocker in recovery. And one of the greatest songs that was played at that event that brought tears to my eyes was by, and here I was, again, at that point, I got sober in 2006. It was now 2010. And, here I was a few years into my recovery. And Winwood and Clapton come up, and they play Can't Find My Way Home. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that meant a lot of different things to me. Like, Can't Find My Way Home not only could be me stumbling through the dark, but something, it's also me stumbling around spiritually. Couldn't find my way home. Couldn't find my way home to God. I couldn't find my way home to my people. I was like lost in the desert, man. And it really sucked, and it was a painful time period. And what it showed me was, listening to that song years into, a couple of years into my recovery, was that I never have to be there again. It's a great song, but I never have to be there again. And the other song that was amazing that night to me was Clapton's Got to Get Better in a Little While. So it's got to get better. And it was coming through the music to me. I understood, and I started to hear music differently. I'm a rocker in recovery. I get to today wake up blessed, and I get to today, by the grace of God, be able to carry a message of hope through this platform and other platforms, and so do my friends. I want to thank all of our guests that have been on the show since we started it 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Feels like 3 weeks ago, I don't know. But it's been on for a little while now. So we're enjoying this, and we're enjoying the fact that, listen, there's lots of doom and gloom out there right now. And you can wake up every morning and you can go to the Facebook page and you can see murders after murders. You can see death after death. I'm tired of it. What I want to be able to do is give a message of experience, strength, and hope, and let you know, the listener out there, if you're struggling, that there is help. You can find that help. There are so many different avenues. It doesn't matter, I believe, where you start. It's where you get in and start to fit in. May it be the 12-step organizations, AA, NA. There's a 200 and plus 12-step organizations out there now. There's smart recovery. There's so many other things that you can do to get on the road to recovery and get on the road to having a better life. Because the reality is, put all the people aside, I was told that no human power could relieve my alcoholism. For me, it was between me and God. And fast forward years later, I've had my ups and downs, and I've gone through my stuff, and I've had huge, huge situations occur. But you know something? I never lost the idea and the concept that I'm a rocker in recovery. And you know something? I get to today carry a message of hope through platforms that are amazing, God-inspired. And I'm going to play. And by the way, we also want to thank Sober Map, because Sober Map, John P. and those guys are sponsoring, one of the sponsors of the show. We are looking for other sponsors. It'd be great if you want to be involved. If not, I understand. But most importantly, I want to thank those guys because they stepped up to the plate. When I called them with the concept, they were like, hey, listen, we love it. Let's do it. And you can find the Sober Map app, which you can download to your phones at the App Store and Google Play. So feel free to go to the App Store or Google Play, put in Sober Map, download it. You can get access to 12-step meetings in your area immediately, just like Yelp. And also you can get other recovery information. So check them out, SoberMap, and download the app. And I want to play a Oh, one other thing. I want to congratulate our friend Laura, who just, she's down in the Port St. Lucie area. She's going to be celebrating 1 year. She already has, but she'll be picking up her medallion this weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it down there, but, you know, something there in spirit. And congratulations, Laura. You've worked your butt off for the last year to become the person and the lady that you are today. Great stuff, man. So, in the meantime, I'm going to play Gotta Get Better in a little while, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And check out what we're doing. Go to rockersandrecovery.com. I hope this message was, you know, something that helps one person today, and that's all I ask for in meditation each morning in prayer, is that we can, you know, provide somebody with help. If you want to talk to us, you can go to rockersandrecovery.com, click on the contact page, and you're more than welcome to leave a message. Listen, you guys have a blessed day. God bless, and most importantly, you know, may I gladly say we don't pick that first one up.
Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need help for any health-related issues, please contact a physician or mental health professional. The opinions expressed by our guests are not necessarily those of Rockers in Recovery.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.